Alright, in this video here we're going to be discussing atheism and morality. I went to a website this morning, was just studying up on a few things, and I came across this website, atheistic website, called evilbible.com. Now just the name alone is hilarious, because in atheism they have no basis for making a moral judgment on what is evil, good, bad, or anything. There is no absolute morals in atheism, no absolute truth. Everything is relative. Whatever you think about something, well, that's what you think about it. Go with it. Morality is a prevailing or individual opinion instead of universal and absolute. I mean, if we are simply an evolved bag of chemicals that occurred by chance, we're all just accidents, a fluke, then morality is only an illusion, an evolutionary byproduct. If God does not exist, objective morals do not exist, because man makes all the laws, all the decisions, all the judgment calls on what's good, bad, evil, moral, immoral, whatever. Man is making these judgments. And who is man? An accident. How can an accident, a freak lotto win of the cosmos that just accidentally came into existence, make a judgment call on any of these things? An evolved accident doesn't know what is truly immoral or moral, good, bad, right, or wrong. All these things are an illusion. But objective morals do exist, therefore God exists. But anyways, I was reading this website that's talking about slavery and a whole array of different subjects in the Bible, and he was calling the Bible immoral and evil, and the Bible says this, so that's wicked. The Bible says this and that over here. Oh my God, that's immoral, that's wicked, that's wrong, that's not good morals, that's not this, that, and the other. All these judgment calls. Now, when you're making a judgment, you better have a rock solid and absolute foundation, because you are judging something. When you are judging something, it means you have an absolute truth by which you are judging. If you have no absolutes, you have no grounds to make a judgment. So this website was absolutely hilarious. And it's hilarious how atheists, as the famous YouTuber Frank Turek, which all atheists are familiar with, as he puts it, they have no grounds to object to anything. Now I'm going to be going over some of the things that atheists say and the absolute best objections that they have given me for objecting to certain things and calling certain things evil and immoral and all this. And you will see that every one of their objections are straw men. Not a one of them has a basis in anything but personal preference and human opinion and nothing more. Let's take, for instance, rape. They say, oh, well, rape is wrong, that's evil, and the evilbible.com website actually mentioned rape too. Oh my God, the Bible justifies rape, and there's rape in the Bible, and oh, this is evil and wrong. Well, okay, Mr. Atheist, says who? Who says rape is wrong? Tell me who. Put the who right in front of me who said rape is wrong. I want to talk face to face with the who. Who said rape is wrong? Who said child molestation is wrong? Who said cold-blooded murder is wrong? Who? Put the who right in front of my face, atheist. I want to talk to this Mr. Who face to face right now. Who said it's wrong? Now, let's go over the absolute best that atheists can do when I have told them this. This is their absolute best, folks. One of their excuses, oh, well, that's so stupid, you stupid Christian, to say, well, who says it's wrong? Everybody knows it's wrong. What a dumb thing to say as a Christian. Everyone knows that rape is wrong. Okay, let's deal with this fallacy. The atheist is saying that if many, many people believe that something is wrong, this truly makes it wrong. So in essence, what the atheist is telling us is that numbers make truth. The greater the numbers, the more the truth. In other words, if everybody or most everybody believes something is true, that makes it true. Really? So if most of the world believed in pink elephants and that they circled around people's heads every now and then and again, and you got to be real quick to see them, but they're there. If most people believe this, that would make it true. Because after all, the atheist is telling us that the majority actually makes something the truth. So if the majority of people believe that Superman was real and he come from the planet Krypton, somewhere out there in space, then since the majority of the people accept this, then that would mean that Superman is real and there's a planet Krypton out there somewhere. Oh my God! Wake up! Wake up, atheists! Oh, bullshit. Really? Since when does numbers make truth? Boy, if that isn't a logical fallacy, I don't know what is. Now here is where the atheist is utterly destroyed in using this excuse. Okay, atheists, the majority of the world's population believe in intelligent design. I'm not talking about a specific religion here, or what God, or what book. No, just intelligent design. The majority of the world's population believe this. Atheists are about 2 to 3% of the world's population. They are the minority. An absolute fact. Look it up. Since the majority of people believe in intelligent design, then by the atheist's own argument, he must believe in God now because it's true. After all, the majority of people believe it. We're accidents in the atheistic view. So if everybody on the entire planet, literally, without the exception of one, all 7 point some odd billion of them believe in something, that doesn't make it true. Just 7 billion opinions. We're accidents, remember? Just a fluke of nature. There is no absolutes at all. This excuse doesn't work. Morality, right and wrong, good and evil, it's just your freaking opinion. And you're destroyed by that excuse because, like I just said, the majority of the world believes in intelligent design by far more than there are atheists. Since they're outnumbered in this, and since numbers equal truth, then atheists have to believe in intelligent design now by their own argument. Sorry, that argument doesn't work and they're destroyed by it. It's self-defeating and self-refuting. Okay, the next thing an atheist has told me, oh, well, you don't believe that rape is wrong? Is that what you're saying? That is a straw man. They set up straw men and then knock them down. That isn't the issue, rather, I believe it or not. The question still remains, who said rape is wrong? Put the who in front of me. I want to speak to whoever this who is. And if it was all 7 billion people of the planet, who told the 7 billion people that it's wrong? That's 7 billion opinions based on nothing. There is no basis to object to anything except on the basis of personal preference. And an atheist could say, well, I personally believe it is wrong. And the majority of the public believes it's wrong, and I agree with the majority of the public, so I view it as wrong. Well, fine. Agree with the general public then. Believe it's wrong. That's fine. You still have no basis to prove that it's wrong. An atheist always misses the point. He still cannot prove it's wrong. It's all relative. So when an atheist says to me, oh, well, what do you tell me that you think rape is wrong? No, I don't. I mean, that rape is right? My answer is, no, I don't think rape is right, but we're not talking about me. I believe in intelligent design and in a loving creator. And he detests things like this. But we're talking about you, Mr. Atheist. I want you to prove to me that rape is wrong. And he still cannot do it. Again, bring the who in front of me that says it's wrong. And every time the who will be a man. Well, who told man that it's wrong? Nobody. In atheism, there is no authority above man. It's man deciding what's wrong. And if all mankind on earth want to agree on something, then fine. You can all agree that something is wrong. But it is still based on nothing but your opinion. And atheists don't seem to get this. When talking to an atheist, you have to repeat yourself over and over and over and over and over and over, ad infinitum, ad bloody ass nauseum, because they don't get it. They build straw men, knock them down, give you excuses that are self-refuting and self-defeating, that destroy themselves. And they go on and on and on, and they keep on repeating all this same stuff, keep regurgitating the same vomit, and the whole time, they're still not telling you who says it's wrong. What is your proof that it is wrong? They're still not giving you any of this. They're just talking the whole time, but not proving anything. Nobody says rape is wrong, but man. Nobody says murder is wrong, but man. Nobody says child molestation is wrong, but man. Man says these things are wrong. Man defines immorality. Man is saying this is immoral. That's immoral or moral. Man. But again, who told man? Nobody. Man told man. Man tells himself this is wrong, that's wrong. Man makes the rules. Man makes the definitions. Man makes the judgments. Man says this is immoral. Man says that's moral. Man says this is evil. Man says that's not evil. Man, all the way down the list ad infinitum. Man. Who told man again? Nobody. In atheism, that is. Nobody. They cannot prove anything. Morality is a judgment call. So they have no basis to judge the God of the Bible on anything. Nothing. Not slavery, not all the violence in the Old Testament. They can't bring up anything in the Bible that they have a solid foundational basis for judging God on. Because they cannot prove that anything they're taking from the Bible is truly, absolutely wrong. Or truly, absolutely evil. There is no absolute good or absolute evil. There is no absolutes, period, in atheism. So, when an atheist tells me on the street, when I'm witnessing, oh, God's wrong for doing this, I'll say, who said? They say, oh, well, it's wrong. What, you think that's right? I'll say, I'm a Christian, but you are an atheist. Tell me, as an atheist, who's telling you that it's wrong? And he goes, oh, well, the majority of the world, but I say, no, the majority don't define truth. Truth defines truth. Who told you that it's wrong? And after going back and forth with him on the street for over a half hour, sometimes over an hour, it's nauseating. After it's all said and done, he walks away not being able to prove anything. But you see, I don't have to prove anything to the atheist, nor am I trying to prove anything to them when I'm witnessing on the street. I want them to walk away knowing that he could not prove any of his positions on what's evil and what's not evil, what's good, what's bad, right and wrong, etc. You see, it's not my position to convince. Only God can convince. I am just giving the information, planting the seeds. I want the atheist to walk away knowing he could not prove anything was wrong. Because maybe later on that'll finally sink into him. And then God can work with that later on and do the convincing. And there have been some atheists that have come back to me later that have actually come into a relationship with Jesus Christ based on our conversations. Very few, let me tell you, very few, but it has happened. I witness on the street on a regular basis, and it has happened, but unfortunately, not too often. But I've actually had them come back to me and said, you know, I thought and I thought and I thought, and it really nagged at me for weeks and months, and it really ticked me off. But when I really used some common sense and really thought about it, you know what? You were right. I can't prove anything in atheism. I don't have a foundation for nothing. So I realized that the position I take is really a bunch of nonsense. And eventually, through a lot of studying and everything and dealing with these issues, the person has come to Christianity after realizing that he cannot prove anything. He can't even trust his own logic, his own reasoning even, because that's from an evolved brain, which is an accident, the product of endless mistakes to get to the point where it is now. And if the brain is an accident, which it is in evolution, no one created it, it created itself, which is absolutely absurd, but we won't get into that. So all the thought processes that go on within the brain, logic, reasoning, whatever, are also mistakes. They're a product of a 3-pound mistake, an accident. So an atheist cannot even trust his own logic or reasoning. How does he know he has real logic and real reasoning? Nothing is absolute. He's the product of a mistake. He shouldn't even be here. He's a fluke. He's a lucky result of a lottery win, an accident of the cosmos. And his brain is an accident, and everything that goes on in his brain is an accident as well. Reasoning, skills, logic, it's all accidental. He can't trust anything as being absolute. His own logic might be flawed. He can't even prove his own logic is correct. How could he prove it? How could, if his logic is flawed, then trying to prove his logic is logical from an illogical mind that contains errors would be illogical. He can't prove anything. Nor can they prove morality, one way or the other. They can't prove anything is truly evil or truly good. All an atheist can really tell me is he personally prefers not to murder. He personally prefers not to rape because he don't believe in those things. Well, that's fine. Don't believe in them. Go ahead and be moral as you see good morality. But it's still his opinion and nothing more. He has no basis for objecting at all beyond personal preference and opinion. Well, I hope you've learned something from this video, and I am 100% sure, I would put money on it, that an atheist, well, tons of them, will ignore every single thing I just said in this video, and in the comments below, regurgitate the same old vomit over and over and over again. So, I'm prepared for it.